let me talk a little bit about Jimmy Garoppolo. I've it kind of baffles me here why people are so into Jimmy Garoppolo. I like Jimmy as a person. I like Jimmy Garoppolo. He's humble. He's respectful. He's changed the culture of the Niners organization since he was traded here from New England. And I like his attitude. I really like his leadership, his attitude, and what he brings to the Niners. As a person, as an individual, but as football wise, as I mentioned before, he doesn't have it. He doesn't have it. He throws the ball too high. He throws very erratically. He throws way too many interceptions. He can't move around the pocket for some reason anymore, like he did in those 5 games when he was traded to San Francisco. He's like the Tom Brady without the it factor. He's like a super pocket quarterback, a super pocket passer that just doesn't want to move outside the pocket. Like, could you at least move outside the pocket? You don't have to like move super like super Naruto or anything, but move outside the pocket. Find your receivers. Like, don't eat, like, you're eating way too many sacks, man, by staying in the pocket too long. So I just don't get the hype around Jimmy Garoppolo. So not only that, he's only had one fully healthy season out of 4. The 4 seasons that he's been in San Francisco. That's an F. That's an F for poor attendance. Yes, in that one season in 2019, they went to the Super Bowl. And yes, he's had really good games against the Rams, the Packers, the Seahawks, the Cardinals twice, and the Saints. Now, Rams, Packers, Seahawks, 2 times against the Cardinals, and the Saints. 5 games. 5 games where Jimmy Garoppolo really came in clutch. That's out of 16. That's not much. That's really not a good sample size. That is really not a good sample size. So, in contrast, he's needed pretty much everything around him to be perfect in order for him to win. So he needed a good running game led by Raheem Mostert, Matt Breida, and Tevin Coleman. So he pretty much needed all 3 of those guys, especially Mostert, to play really well. And he needed the defense to not get tired out, so Kyle Shanahan can mask his mistakes. And the ones that I have already mentioned so many damn times that I'm not going to mention it again. So, in a nutshell, he has so many limitations that he needs everything around him to be perfect. He's only played 6 of the 16 games this year, and he's only had one fully healthy season. That was 2019. I get it. I know some people like Jimmy Garoppolo for what he is. He's a team leader. He's a great individual, but on the field, he just doesn't have it. He can't get us there long term. We've seen what happened in the Super Bowl against Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs. I don't see it. I don't see it, people. So just because Jimmy Garbage Glaspolo has this 22-8 starter record everyone keeps using as like their valid like defense, their valid arguing point that Jimmy Garoppolo needs to stay, like John Lynch needs to keep Jimmy Garoppolo for however long term. Let's run it back in 2021. That doesn't invalidate the fact that, again, everything around him needed to be perfect. He also missed so many games. He only had one fully healthy season where he played all 16 games. Had he played all 4 of his seasons fully healthy, who knows what his record would have been. Who knows what his record would have been. So, with that being said, John Lynch needs to take a really hard look at quarterback options this season because, well, the NFC West is going to be a dogfight. Now, I could say that so early on because, well, it's the offseason and everything can change between here in February and all the way to September. But right now, you got an NFC West that has Russell Wilson, who even with a terrible offensive line, is playing like he's still playing well. Kyler Murray, who I think like he still has room to improve, but he's getting there. And now you got Matthew Stafford, who finally has a supporting cast around him, and hopefully the Rams build around him. So, like, if the Rams ever want to get him a ring, well, help him out, help the man out, so he doesn't forever be Pat Stafford. So John Lynch has to decide what to do with Jimmy Garoppolo this offseason because, yeah, he has a $26 million that's going to become fully guaranteed by April. I don't know when in April, but sometime in April. So Lynch has got to decide what to do with Jimmy Garoppolo. I imagine like they're going to either keep him, delete him, or trade him. So if they keep Jimmy Garoppolo, which most likely is what's going to happen, unfortunately, and they're going to eat that $26 million of fully guaranteed money, and that's pretty much what's going to stop us from spending anything in free agency. So if Jimmy Garoppolo stays, obviously you got Josh Rosen already re-signed for 2021, so he'll probably be your backup. But you also got to have a quarterback, another quarterback. Draft the best quarterback prospect possible. You need to have a third quarterback that could create some motivation for Jimmy Garoppolo for whatever reason. Like, light a fire in him. Make him feel pressured to win. Make him feel pressured to get better. So, draft the best possible quarterback prospect with the 12th pick in the draft. Yes, we have other team needs, but apparently this is a very good quarterback class for this draft, and we may not get even the third best one by pick 12, but get whatever get whatever you see is the best one by the 12th pick, and have Kyle Shanahan groom him for 2020 for that season. So if you release Jimmy Garoppolo, which I don't know if that's going to happen, most unlikely, you can still use the not number one overall pick. We're not the Jaguars here. Use the 12th overall pick to select the best remaining quarterback prospect available, and have them compete with Josh Rosen, or you can somehow trade up to get a Trevor Lawrence or Zach Wilson. Whatever you give up, it remains to be seen. I don't know what they would give up. Probably another first round pick to get, to get into the top 5. You can also either draft a quarterback, but also sign a veteran quarterback. I don't know who would that be, and have the rookie sit and learn for 2021. It's not the scenario that fans would like, but it's, I don't know, it would be an interesting one. Then there's the possibility of it's very unlikely, but it's also not impossible. Dak Prescott from the Cowboys, he's an unrestricted free agent. And for some reason, the Cowboys don't want, are not signing him yet to a long-term deal. I don't know what it is. Are the Cowboys, not valuing him, as a long-term starter, or is it the other way around? Is, Dak Prescott overvaluing himself? But that remains to be seen. I don't see it. I don't find it likely that Dak like Dak will go anywhere else other than the Cowboys. But crazier things have happened. Look what happened to Kirk Cousins. The Washington football team franchise tagged him twice. And yeah, that ended up great. So I don't think Dak Prescott is going to be an option. But there are still possibilities. If Jimmy Garoppolo agrees to a trade, there are two ways they can go about it. You can send them to New England, back to New England. They can probably give up the same thing that they gave up back in 2017. Some second and third round picks and Jimmy Garoppolo back to the Patriots, and while getting a second and fourth round pick in return. Or you can, I don't know how likely this is going to be and how willing John Lynch wants to go on this, but I know Niners fans are going to rile me on this. Deshaun Watson. How about Deshaun Watson, huh? Why not go for a quarterback about to enter in his prime, 25 years old, playing at at a level that's very elite and probably going to be even better when he reaches his prime. Yet he's being held hostage by a very terrible organization in the Houston Texans. Cal McNair, just let him go. Like, if he doesn't want to play for your ass, honor his request. You already honored J.J. Watt's release. Why can't you let Deshaun Watson go? Yes, he was your supposed franchise quarterback, but you mishandled everything else. You didn't give him the help that you needed. So let him go where he wants to be respected. He's not going to get any earned respect in Houston because you keep screwing up his career, Mr. McNair. So, again, I don't want to make this a whole Texans rant, but I just like with Dak Prescott, this is probably at this point a Deshaun Watson trade to the 49ers is unlikely. Plus, it would also be very costly. And I don't know, the GM would also want Jimmy Garoppolo in a trade package. But even then, even if he wanted Jimmy Garoppolo, he would probably want another player too. Probably a star player. Yeah, it's going to be that. I just find it very unlikely at this point. Because you also, along with 3 first-round picks, at minimum, and if you offer Jimmy Garoppolo, the Texans are probably going to want someone like Nick Bosa. Yeah, that ain't happening, man. That ain't happening. So, I don't know. Crazier things have happened. But I don't know. They could go all in for Deshaun Watson, but it's just going to be very pricey. It's going to be very pricey, and I don't know if it'll be worth it for John Lynch. But the most likely thing that they do at quarterback, and while it stings me, is they're going to keep Jimmy Garoppolo. And, well, 6-10, 7-9, mediocrity, here we come.